Welcome to the Nighty podcast. I'm your host, Jay. This is your other host, Joe.
Hello.
We're here to tell you about our lives, tell you about our conversations. You sit in for them. If you want to banter back, you can hit us in the comment section, but
We can't hear you.
yeah.
Yeah, you can do that, but it would be kind of weird. This is going to be a delayed response. This is not a live video.
It's like you're almost like a ghost. And like,
Ooh, the spooky episode. You
they're
are like a
watching
ghost.
us, and we don't know who you are. Yeah. Ghost-like, if you
You're
think about it.
the one haunting us.
Mm.
I feel haunted by you every day.
The beat.
That you're there. Are
Plebs.
you not there? Where are you?
Yeah.
Do
Where
you
are
like
we?
this? Do you not like this? Is there too much of us? Is there not enough of us? Haunted. Every day.
Decisions. I love sitting down with you, Joe. This is
Well, we were already doing this
in
our living room.
we were
And
bantering.
then I forgot who, but somebody was like, why don't we go do a podcast? Because that's what this is.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Drinking night tea. I'm going to have to cut all the... I feel like I could hear your swallow. I could hear my swallow.
I gulped.
Yeah. I was
Brought to you by
impressive.
7-Eleven Slurpees.
What?
Goop.
Gruff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the week of Halloween. It's a big deal around here. It's weird, as like an atheist, you do tend to sort of embrace anything that the popular religion, which around us is Christianity, doesn't like.
Yeah.
I have this tendency to lean into Halloween because as a Christian child, it was denied of me.
Right.
We went to harvest parties.
Harvest parties.
And you had to dress in biblical costumes.
You know, we grew up near Detroit, and I just always remember hearing about Devil's Night in Detroit and like how dangerous you never want to go down.
Devil's Night was the
because like one night there was like riots like in the 80s maybe.
It was one time.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was one
It's
time.
like 91.
One
maybe
time
it
something
happened.
bad happened. But Devil's Night was the
Devil's
night
Night.
before Halloween.
Get in before the streetlights.
I do remember being legitimately afraid of Devil's Night. Like as a child in my house, double checking my window to make sure it was locked.
Right.
Not because of devils, but because of just bad people. That was the thing. Like the news would talk about it.
Yeah.
At some point they
It
tried
was on
to change it. They probably still have up there. They tried to change it to Angel's Night. They rebranded Devil's Night because we're not going to be that way anymore.
I do remember that. I forgot.
So weird.
I do remember it was Devil's Night, but I did forget that they
Devil's
changed
Night,
it to,
from what I can recall, in the suburbs, like you can say we're from Detroit, but we're barely from Detroit. We're from the safe suburbs. We're mostly just like people toilet papering your house. And that sucked because they need to go take it down, you know.
We definitely did that. Me and my friends, we made like, I had like the first video camera, you know, like on the side of your head. Mm-hmm. Like I got to get one of those.
You have like shoulder problems now?
It was handheld, but it was like the very, it looked like I was trying to throw a football.
Yeah.
But we just mischief in getting it on tape. I don't know if I still have that tape, but I don't think I do. But it would be fun to see us like TP in people's houses.
Isn't it weird how like almost nothing was recorded 20 years ago?
Yeah.
Like you have like one tape.
It's a mystery tape out there.
From your teenage years.
Right.
And our children have like 4,000 5-minute videos on a hard drive.
Yeah.
You know, like they'll have it's smaller, you know, like your tape was probably a few hours long because that's how you kind of did it, you know. You had like 6 hours of tape to record. You'd break it up, you know, you'd put little pauses in between, fade in, fade out. Some of them had that feature.
Yeah. But, I had like a handheld, like a full size tape, and I could hit record, and I would like, you know, and you used to hit record on like your tape deck to like record songs off the radio, and then you cut out all the commercials, and then you could play like if you try to catch, you'd like hurry up and try to catch the song.
Well, you're doing that thing you do where you're completely jumping topics. We've established a topic, and now you're going to cassette tapes in a tape player that you would record songs off of the radio from.
I took that in a direction.
This is episode 14, and Jay's not any better at it. He hasn't gotten any better.
There was a topic. It was Halloween.
Spooky season.
Spooky season.
So I know a girl that started. She got a new house. Okay, let's start from the top.
Oh, goddamn.
She got a divorce.
It starts with, yeah. That's where every good story starts.
She got her own house.
Yeah.
With no man in it. Right? I think she's got a kid.
The one kid?
Yeah. So zero input from another soul.
Yeah.
In July, started decorating for Halloween.
July.
Started putting it on the internet.
You mean the 4th? Like,
told other people in picture form that she was decorating in July. I think she even said, "Is that weird?" And I said, "Yes." That's too early.
It was.
And I love Halloween.
Yeah.
But that's too early. And it was picture after picture after picture. I remember showing you and going, "Would you date this woman?" And just like, meow, meow, meow.
Right.
This is her house. Meow, meow. And it wasn't just like a little bit on the outside and on the mantle.
No.
Halloween had thrown up in her house.
I would count the pumpkins in the pictures and just be like, this is August.
I hope she never listened to this podcast, but it was weird what you did.
Yeah.
I tried to tell you in a nice way it wasn't weird. It was weird. You're not helping yourself at all. And actually, come October 1st, when you're supposed to decorate for Halloween, in case nobody's told you that, that's when you do it. October 1. Not before.
Dude.
Definitely not in the summertime. Are you still wearing a bathing suit?
Right.
Don't decorate for Halloween.
In the summer solstice, don't decorate for the
Go
wrong
buy
holiday.
solstices.
That's all you gotta do.
Solstices. Solstice?
No. I don't know about that one.
Whatever. Don't
Solstices.
do it when it's still hot outside.
Yeah.
And
Sweater weather.
And then October 1, she started posting Christmas shit. I was like, no, I told you this was going to happen.
Yeah.
You're all burned on Halloween now because you've had it up for 4 fucking months.
Yeah, she was on to the next.
But it's not Christmas time.
Wow.
What are we doing with all that? You're taking
No wonder
it down?
her marriage didn't last.
It's weird, right?
She couldn't commit.
Yeah. She's one of those people that's like, you deserve happiness. And I'm like, do you?
Nobody deserves anything.
Nobody deserves anything. That word is so overused in our society. Yeah. A well-deserved vacation. Fuck off.
Have we talked about proud of you?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
See this episode that Jay forgot about. We talked about proud of you.
Yeah.
Did you notice the other day when our daughter did a thing and we should have been proud of her? I said, tell her I'm happy for her. You didn't even notice. He didn't notice. Yeah,
I probably
I
said
refuse.
I probably said proud of you.
You piece of shit.
Yeah.
We had a long discussion about it. And then given the first
made a whole episode about
opportunity,
it. Yeah.
he told her you were proud.
Yeah.
Oh, what a chump you are sometimes, Jay.
I'll give you that. Because I think I really did say proud.
The worst. Yeah. Too much of everything we do is just a performance. It's like performance art of what we've been told to do or what we've seen happen. Your kid does something good. You say you're proud of them. You never even think of what you mean by that.
Yeah.
I've always said that I hate I love you. I don't like I love you.
Because I love you.
Listen, how I feel about you is not the way that other people feel about people they say they love.
It's not what Hallmark. You don't have that Hallmark love.
No, it's not even that. I think I do have Hallmark love, like the real version of it. But everybody else that says that they love someone, they don't really love them. You know what I mean?
Do you think I hear people say like, well, that I wouldn't want them to think that was like the last thing I said to them was not I love you. You know, as they go.
Yeah.
When someone's leaving.
That's why people say it on the phone. They say it when you leave the house.
Yeah. So I think it becomes a superstitious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is so bizarre because when I'm rocketing into another car because my fucking tire popped.
Yeah.
You know what I'm not thinking about as my mortality is staring down my soon-to-be decapitated head?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't tell me he loved me before I left the house.
Yeah. And then I'll live the rest of my life. I didn't say it.
Why didn't I just say
I
it?
should have. Every day.
She didn't know It's so stupid. We have talked about this too. We're already repeating ourselves.
Well, you can't do that though. Don't ruin the bit.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
But we have.
All right.
I said don't say it just... I think the the end of that story was don't say it, show them.
Boom.
Yeah.
Show
them that you love them.
Dude.
The people that you love will know you love them because you'll show them. And if they're so narrow-minded that you saying it is important, then that's not a situation you need to be involved in. I'm not saying never say I love you.
Yeah,
that seems to be all anyone ever takes away from this. Our children have started to, when they message me when I'm at work, they'll message me and they'll end it with, I really like you.
You shut them down emotionally.
I haven't. They've totally misunderstood what I've said, and I've explained it to him since then.
I know.
Like you can say I love you, just you don't have to say I love you. That's the difference.
Mommy knows.
Say it when you want to say it because it feels right in the moment, not because it's required.
Yes.
I digress.
Boom. You did. You hit it with that last sentence. Said it all.
So it is Halloween time. So there's been a shit ton of horror movies on. One in particular I don't remember the name of, and you don't need to know it because it was shitty. Most of them are. That's the line.
The Watcher?
There's only two kinds. We'll talk about The Watcher in a second. But there's only two kinds of horror movie. Great horror movies, terrible horror movies, right? There's either something you walk away from where you're like, God, that was done so well.
Yeah.
Or I want 2 hours of my life back.
Yeah.
So.
That is as far as genres of movies, horror movie is, exactly that.
Yeah, there are middle grounds for comedies.
I don't really,
There are middle grounds for romance.
Stupid comedy.
Dramas.
I've only walked out of like 2 movies. One of them was a scary movie. And I was like, The Rock was the shit. And I'm like, he's in this movie. I played the video game Doom. I'm like, this is going to be the shit.
I'm never sure if it's Doom or Dune. That's like the only one I didn't play.
I think Dune is that other movie on HBO.
Sand movie.
Dune.
Sand Planet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Doom is like hell.
Shooter.
Yeah, first person shooter. And I played that.
But you're in hell?
Yeah.
Didn't play that one.
And
Dad protected me from that one.
Yeah.
He probably played it, but he didn't let us play it. Yeah.
It was a good one. But anyway, I walked out of that because it was a flaming piece of shit.
And if The Rock was in it, that's sort of recent.
Yeah, it was like one of the Rock's like real first movies.
And it was bad, huh?
Real bad. He died, like, spoiler alert, from 2010, maybe.
Is it even worth it to spoiler alert? No. Once you've already said he's dead.
Yeah, he dies halfway through. Don't waste your time.
Jay's a few glasses into the Nighty at this point.
The other one was Scary Movie 4?
11. Too many.
Scary Movie 4.
There didn't need to be that many. They just kept making them.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
I think the Wayne brothers weren't doing it.
Couldn't have got better. Anything Anna Faris is in.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I started off liking her, and then she did interviews, and then I had to.
She was ruined by podcast.
Yeah.
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 She was fine in interviews. She just kept playing the same dumb role. Then she did a podcast.
Yeah.
And I guess, I don't know. That's probably us too.
She did like a
Somebody
weed
watched
movie,
this and they're like,
but then
I don't want to talk to them anymore. Oh yeah, she didn't like weed. She did several weed movies, and then was like, then kind of talked bad about weed, and that lost her because
it did. Sorry,
but no, I actually listened to her podcast, and I just thought it was
she was getting
good
guest for sure.
Was it because she's famous?
Yeah,
but the actual substance was so bad.
She also got a divorce during her podcasting, like early.
That got her a boost because, including me, went back and was like, I wonder if she's talking about this divorce. That's actually interesting. Talk about your divorce.
Yeah.
And she didn't. She'd like say like one thing an episode just to get people to keep listening. I don't like Anna Faris.
Yeah, don't like Anna Faris.
Well, that's going to lose us any visitors or anything, Well, nobody's here looking for advice from Anna Faris.
Also, no one on the internet is attacking Anna Faris, and we're putting our
That's what we do.
Flag.
That's what we do.
Planting our flag.
Yeah.
We're a rival podcast.
Unpopular opinions.
Of the Anna Faris.
Anna Faris can go.
You say Anna, I say Anna.
Oh yeah, we're not even saying it right. Don't have a complicated name. My full name even though I look like a Joe, don't I? Is Joanne.
Gross.
Thank you. Spelled. He's saying that because that's what I think. I love my parents, but it's a terrible name. It's I only share a name with 85-year-old women because I was named after my grandmother. So at some point started going by Joe because it was just easier. It was what my friends called me. I realized if I told people I worked with that was my name, it did some weird thing to my brain where they were calling me by what I effectively knew as my nickname, and it made them seem less intimidating and like me more, which is not true.
Yeah,
that's what I told them my name was, so that's what they called. No, it wasn't in my head. They did not like me. But I told them my nickname, and they called me by my nickname as my actual name, and it gave me a false sense of security. So if you have a weird workplace experience,
it's stuck,
and you're wondering how to feel more comfortable, go by a name that is called by your mother or someone that you trust and love. So anyway, my full name is Joanne, and it has been, it's spelled Joann, no E, no space. And I have been called Joan my entire life. And I've never corrected anyone.
Weren't you like named by like your aunts?
No.
Your mother did this to you?
She died the year before I was born. It was my dad's mother. She died the year before I was born.
Yeah.
So there was no other name I could have had. My dad loved his mother. She was dead.
Yeah.
She died of cancer. It was horrible. So they,
Grief baby.
They loved her. They only had love associated with that name. So they gave it to me. But like growing up with that name sucked.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I was like a beautiful, like popular, buxom, wonderful. I had a horrible face growing up. I was very awkward. I sounded like this.
Yeah.
Like this deep.
Right.
At a very young age.
Yeah, Joe doesn't smoke.
I can't.
She can't.
I would sound like this.
Large Marge sent you.
Yeah. So they just didn't have a choice, But I don't know. Joe's fine. Joe suits me.
Yeah.
But my whole point is that Anna Faris corrects people when they say her name wrong, and it's like, no,
stop
it looks like Anna, so they call you Anna. Just be both. We got a daughter whose name can be said two ways. People say it the wrong way, and she just rolls with it. And I'm like, that's right. Who cares?
I don't fix people either.
It would be like somebody, if it was a recurring situation, you know, like I helped somebody at my job last week, and I said her name wrong, and she corrected me. And I thought, I'm never going to fucking see you again. Yeah. This is our one interaction on this planet for all of eternity. And you thought now was the time to be like, it's pronounced Vanessa or whatever. Yeah. It was way weirder than that.
Like, I'm not going to remember.
I'm never going to have a reason to say your name a second time.
A reason to remember you, so stop it.
Let's say it was Vanessa. That would make more sense. Should have said Vanessa. It's pronounced Vanessa. Anyway, whatever. Just, who cares? You're not that important. The people you are important to, they'll know your name and they'll say it right. And I also think it's sort of weird that we don't pick our own names. I think it's very bizarre that it's not commonplace to reach adulthood and you can vote, you can drink, and you can pick a new fucking name for yourself.
Dude,
we might have talked about this already. Have we already talked about this?
You gotta stop doing that.
I feel like we've already talked about this. Maybe we just have it in our personal life. Maybe that's all it is.
I know, but even if you think, you just kind of have to go with it.
No, because Joe Rogan does that, and it embarrasses me for him.
Really?
He retells stories because he's getting older. And he's on like 1 billion episodes. Yeah. And he retells stories.
So we shouldn't be retelling stories in episodes.
For sure, no. That's why I'm embarrassed by it. Like him, when he does it, I give him a pass. He's 20 years older than me and done 1,000 episodes. Yeah. I'll let him retell a story. But we shouldn't already be repeating ourselves. But I do think you should get to pick your own name. I think it's really weird that it's decided for you. And then you have to like kind of, that's like the first impression people have of you is what your name is. And you didn't even pick it. So I, and this experience I now drive at about 1:00 in the morning all the time. It's my new drive home.
Safest hour.
Oh, it doesn't feel great. A lot less people, so you're not going to get in a fender bender, but you might get in a head-on drunk collision, where somebody just right into oncoming traffic because they're like, the lights. I always picture those people like being like bugs.
Yeah.
Like they're so fucked up that they're just like
glazed
so
over.
Beautiful.
Yeah. The headlight moth. Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense otherwise. What would compel you to go? Not to mention you like hit all those boom, you just keep going. But anyway.
Don't drink and drive.
So my
like, share, subscribe.
like, share, subscribe. My headlights were casting a very ghostly, glare in front of me because there was nobody else. It was a highway. It was dark all around. And I thought, the best judge of your true feelings about the afterlife, right? I want you to picture this. Mm-hmm. You're driving down a highway, okay? You're going 65 miles an hour. There's not another soul around. It's just you, your headlights.
Okay.
And then let's just say a woman in a nightgown walks into the road. Do you swerve?
What lane am I in?
There's only one lane.
No.
So you are 100% that's a ghost.
Yeah.
That's how much you are saying you believe in ghosts.
I would say if if they got like a little glow to them, I would definitely keep.
They don't
going.
have everybody has a glow. All you have are headlights and the moon. She's wearing a white nightgown. She's got long dark hair. You're saying you don't even give a little.
No, because I'm
endanger your own life because you're positive that that's a ghost. You're going to hit it and it's going to disappear.
At least this much. I'm where I should be, and whatever that person is, they're not supposed to be there. So I'm going to keep driving the way I'm going.
So whether they're alive or dead you're hitting them?
Yeah. I'm not going to swerve. Don't be in the road, especially at night. If they're not a ghost already, they will be by the end of that transaction.
Oh, God. I hope you never accidentally hit someone now.
I know.
This is going into the ether.
Your permanent. This is going down in your permanent.
At your trial.
Record.
Sir, you said very clearly that you were not going to attempt to save her life. No, I just had this vision. Like I was riding. It was a 2-lane road. It was a pretty fast road. It was like 55, 60 miles an hour. And, there was like houses on every side. And I'm like, Jesse, it'd be so easy for somebody just to come out. And that is the true test of how much am I an atheist? Or how much do I not believe in an afterlife? How much do I not believe in a God? Or if you don't, I feel like if you're an atheist, you can't also believe in any kind of ghost, right? If there's no God, there's no ghost.
Yeah.
You can't have both those things.
Yeah. It's just dirt.
I grew up very much believing in demons being real because I believe God was real. So there had to be both sides.
It definitely, when I was a kid, I would be scared of that. And then I've not thought about monsters.
Bring in a Ouija board in here right now. Let's do it. Whereas like growing up, I had a friend that had one. Mm-hmm. And she would threaten to bring it out and I would like almost cry. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I was positive that was a way of communicating and bringing in, like a darkness into your life that you would never be able to be rid of.
Dude, I think a lot of people think that. Because I remember thinking that.
They do. But I'm saying now that I'm faithless,
right.
I'll paint one on my wall. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they actually kind of look cool.
They'd be like a cool tray table.
When you take their power away.
I actually saw a thing of a woman. I don't know if it was true, but a woman made paper Ouija boards, and it had a picture on the front, and you opened it up, and it was a Ouija board with like a little paper. What is that thing called? Whatever it's called, I'll write it. And it said something like, "I'm sorry, I'm dead, but let's talk." It was like it was pretty clever. Like, and she made them up. No, I guess she probably had cancer or something. So she knew she was going to die. And then they passed him out at her funeral.
Oh my God.
Sorry, I'm dead, but let's hang out or something like that. It was pretty clever.
That's killer.
Yeah, it was really.
That was like her like little flip book for her funeral.
Yeah, instead of the stupid worst picture of you ever.
Oh
Have you ever seen one of those funeral forms where the person looked good or like themselves? Like, I don't know if it's because they're dead, but all of them just look like creepy glamour shots, you know?
Yeah. Oh, the worst kind of.
The worst.
Shots, yeah.
Like, who's picking them? I think they ask you. Just like something about your loved one's brains, like, yes, this one where they look the most weird. That's the one to put in.
Good call.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yes. Dad staring too sternly at the camera. That's it.
All right. Grumpy face.
Oh,
found it.
Oh, the look. My mother looks like she's already dead here.
Yeah.
Let's put that one in.
She's like, the picture's so bad they look good in the casket.
Is that what it is?
Maybe. I just, I don't know. Like, death is weird. You like, it's definitely gonna happen. How do you want to be like cremated? How do you want like your burial? Mm-hmm. There's more options than I kind of now that I don't have the straight up and I don't have to do that.
Well, you never had that because you weren't Catholic. So.
Well, that's true too. But I'm not against a Catholic funeral. What the fuck? Why not? Let's mix it up.
I bet they're so long. Everything else they do is so long. Are you a Reformed Catholic? Is that how you say it? Did you used to be Catholic?
No, I don't think you say that.
Did you used to be tricked into being Catholic? How long are your funerals? We know your weddings are long. How long were the funerals? Because if they didn't give the same time for the dead people as they did the marrying people, but like their marriages were sort of deaths, right? Because you weren't allowed to ever get out of them.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like Catholics go to the church. They go to for the baptism. Like everything feels like.
Well, it's just an older religion.
They go for the confessions. Mm-hmm. Like they're checking in with their local.
That's how real Judaism is too. Like practicing Judaism is very ritualistic. All of them are. It's just like everybody is not a real anything. Everybody's just like phoning it in because they want something to do on Sunday.
Yeah.
Like every time they do that, what is that, Muslim ritual where they get on the floor?
Every day.
I think it's every day.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about that religion because by the time I gave up religion, I was like, I don't want to learn about a thing that's already like out of date for me. Yeah. I do like knowing about the things that I've chosen not to follow, but like I just kind of started lumping that one in with the ones that I knew about. Anyway, I knew they do the thing. If I saw that in the street, I'd have so much respect for it because it's like the real. It's that time, and I have to do it because he's watching. Speaking of weird religions, do you know anything about the Seventh-day Adventists?
I've never heard of that in my life.
Okay, so I kind of forgot about it, and then I drove by our new house.
Okay.
On the way, no, that was Jehovah's, which also confused me. If you know anything interesting about Jehovah's Witnesses practices, which is like a little fun fact, into the comments below. I'd love to hear some, but I'm not going to research it because again, I don't care. Boy. But Seventh-day Adventists is an entire religion, right? It's a subset of Christianity, and it is based solely, I'm sure there's a lot more to it, but solely and firstly on the fact that the holy day is Saturday.
What?
Not Sunday. Saturday. Someone decided this and was so bothered by the fact that everyone was like, it's Sunday. Dude, we've been doing it Sunday for hundreds of years. Shut up, Tom. We're just going to leave it on Sunday. And Tom was like, nope. I have looked this up and it is Saturday. And God's going to smite us because it's Saturday.
Because we got the wrong day.
And he started a whole... It wasn't Tom. I don't know the guy's name.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was a guy. And the whole religion is centered around that fact. So stupid. I mean, they're all dumb. The offshoots are all dumb.
So it's everything the same, but they're going to do that on Saturday.
Well, no. That's not what I said. I said I don't know anything else about it because I don't research it.
Okay.
But I know for a fact that the main thing is that their holy day is Saturday.
I would join Sunday. That church. I got to find the locals.
There's one around here. Community. I saw a sign for one. It was like Seventh-day Adventist this way. And I was like, I totally forgot about that.
You forgot to tell me.
Oh, my God.
I was going to go over there because I don't like college football. I won't watch college football on Saturday. But if I could have my Sundays to watch NFL, sign me up.
That's probably why there's not that many down here.
Yeah,
because the holy day is. Maybe this is where we should go. Maybe that's where my people are.
Yeah.
People who don't care about college football. Seventh-day Adventists.
How about people that don't care about college football that never went to that school and never could get accepted into that school and never went there?
Told you that.
I know. You opened my eyes.
It's weird.
You almost got me beat up at a Michigan football game for expressing that loudly.
Yeah. Well, especially when it's a school like Michigan, which is hard to get into. University of Michigan does have pretty strict requirements. At least it did at the time when I was growing up.
Ann Arbor.
Yeah, they weren't letting in dummies.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to that football game and it was like dummy. None of the people I saw could have went to that school.
Right.
And they were
their genetics couldn't go
out head to toe, walking a mile back to their car. And I had some pops.
Yeah.
So I talked some shit.
Right.
Lucky for me, my boyfriend's 6'3", so you can't do anything about it.
She brought security.
I did.
She needed security for all that shit she was talking. Yep.
Oh man.
I'll always have your back, Joe.
You really do.
You can punch anyone's ticket.
Have we had any word of the days?
Oh goddamn no.
Oh, I haven't even said anything interesting. All episode.
I've kept waiting for you to get there.
I just have one last thought. Maybe it'll come up, but I got one last thought for you.
Take a sip.
Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah. It was one I wrote it down. I didn't even get to talk about the horror movies. Fuck, who cares? It doesn't matter.
You want to talk about horror movies? You got my ear.
No.
I'm scared of some shit.
I
watched Nightmare on Elm Street. The whole goddamn movie like this. One eye peeking. When I was like
too young
to be watching it.
Yeah. That's
like
almost everybody.
Yeah, those are the ones that stick with you. Like when you're seeing them before you should see them.
You know what mine was?
Something stupid.
So stupid. But I was so sheltered.
Yeah. It's like Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
It was Ernest Scared Stupid.
That scared you.
Dude.
So
they had those you know how we have a kid who's scared of animatronics? I'm starting to think it's genetic.
Yeah.
Because I didn't like any kind of like a puppet. You know, the 80s horror movies and really the early 90s, before they got better at CGI, everything was a puppet or like a rubber-faced, you know, or maybe a robot. And so this had these trolls, like rubber-faced sculpted trolls.
I do remember the trolls in that movie, man. I went to the movie theater and saw that.
Dude, I got broken brain. And so when I got a bad thing in my head, I would force myself to think about it.
Yeah.
Like I, even as a child, did like immersion therapy with myself and would just terrorize myself all night long, just replaying the scariest, worst things I'd seen.
You weren't like, help me
for weeks.
Please, Lord, let me stop thinking about this.
I did do that.
Yeah.
I would cry. I very rarely got up though. I just kind of sat in it, you know.
In your puddle.
In my puddle of sadness and
weeping willow.
Right. But yeah, I was Ernest Scared Stupid. Because my parents didn't let us watch scary things. So that was like the scariest thing I watched.
That was like rated G.
I remember going to a sleepover and it was like the girl had like a fall birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So we watched Carrie, like the remake Carrie from the 90s. And we were probably too young to watch that actually. Like it was.
I don't remember the one from the 90s. Throw it up here.
We were in like 3rd grade, 4th grade, something like that. And not because it was super scary, but I believe there was a fair amount of like sex and stuff in it too. So this was just like
how are you gonna get the
she's a single mom, you know, she's just trying to do her best. So we were out there watching Carrie. And I left the room and called my mom and had her come get me.
Come get me.
I was that girl.
She got powers. I
I'm
don't
not
like
proud.
them.
I don't know why I wasn't popular. So weird.
That Joanne girl.
Yeah, I know,
Fucking
right?
left the party early.
Left the party because she was scared of the movie.
The
we watched.
television. Like Poltergeist. That one kind of
Like
got
even
me.
I would pick on myself if I could now. Like I would go back and bully
Yeah.
the younger version of me. That's how lame I was.
You late blooming son of a bitch.
All right, so we don't have a word of the day, but I do have a deep thought.
Hit me.
Why do we not in America? Let's just say in America. America. And if you're from somewhere else, in the comments, why do we overpay to eat the ocean's bugs, but won't eat our own bugs?
The first thing that comes to mind is shrimps.
Lobster.
Yeah, they're
Any
creepy.
kind of shellfish. That's all bugs. Oysters. Ugh. That's the version of the ocean's bugs.
It's
Clams.
like I'll eat a wet bug, but don't give me no dry bug. Yeah.
Why do we only like wet bugs?
Yeah.
We'll pay extra money for wet bugs, but don't give me a cockroach. I'm not eating a cockroach.
So much money.
I don't want an ant. I don't want something I can go out in the backyard and dig up. I want something you have to fish out of the ocean, put it on a ship, then put it on a truck, then put it on a smaller truck.
In a crate with
then
ice.
Get it from the grocery store after it's 2 weeks old. I want to pay $20 for it. But why don't we eat our own bugs?
I want it with rubber bands on its claws.
That's right.
Crawling on it.
Even though it's dead. Why did they do that?
Crawling on each other.
You brought up, you were watching something and they were eating bugs on it. Remember that the other day? You were watching something and you were like, I would never eat a bug.
Oh, so gross. It was like moving around.
Yeah. You're like, even though you're like, I know they're an excellent source of protein.
Yeah.
But I would never eat one.
Right. It's a whole like source of
creepy
food
crawly. It's gotta be
do not take
something
on.
Because it's in our horror movies. Our bugs are used to scare us.
Yeah.
Our bugs are never used in a happy way.
8-legged freaks.
Yeah, I mean, countless. It's countless.
Yeah, it goes on and on.
Buried alive, and there's always like
human
shit
centipede.
Crawling. Oh, nobody was talking about that. Never.
You're welcome.
Never was stupid enough to watch that movie.
No.
But we'll give me the ocean's version of bugs, which is everything.
And the fucking market price on the menu.
So good.
Yeah.
We eat extra.
Escargot.
Escargot.
Get the fuck out of here.
Such a bug.
Dude.
Such a bug.
I know.
Think about it next time you eat it. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're welcome.
Crickets of the sea.
You're welcome. That's it for us, friend.
Hey, baby.
Good and good and bye.